Hey guys, it's Brooke from Flirty Girl. How are you? Welcome to Flirty Girl File. It is December 1st, and this is where I sit and I talk about all the crazy sex ideas and toys and stuff that pop into my head, and you guys are so awesome that you sit around and listen to it. So, thank you. It was just Thanksgiving, which is nuts, and that's now over, which is even nuttier. And I don't know about you guys, but I literally spent the past 5 to 6 days stuffing my face. And when I do that, like the holiday season for me is a totally unsexy time of year. I want to be like the commercials and kissing under the mistletoe, and I want to be like Cosmo and, have a super hot, jingle his jangle kind of Christmas, but it doesn't work that way because I have kids and a life and friends and family, and everyone wants a piece of me this month. And how I feel and my sexuality and my sexiness and my relationship with Lumberjack often takes a nosedive this month. And I hate that. I really do. As much fun as I had on Thanksgiving and as much as I love stuffing and all of that delicious stuff, it's literally my favorite meal of the year. I woke up yesterday, Monday, and was like, I feel disgusting. And I don't feel sexy. And here's the thing. This might be really unpopular to say, which means I'm going to say it anyway. But how you feel, whether you feel fat, thin, good, pretty, ugly, directly affects whether you feel sexy or not. And that directly affects whether you want to have sex or be turned on or can turn someone else on. And this is not about size, and it's not about, how big your boobs are or how thin your waist is. It's not about that. It's about how you feel about yourself. That can be any size. The sexiest woman in a room is the most confident woman in the room. Full stop. Doesn't matter what size she is. And here's the thing. I can't be that girl if I feel gross about myself. So that's important to think about this holiday season. You've got to put yourself first because you get lost in that process, right? And I need to feel good about myself in order to have great sex and a great marriage and intimacy and feel empowered and all that kind of stuff. So this has been my detox week. I've had to close my mouth, rein it in, go to the gym more, do all that kind of stuff. But, it really gets me thinking about how we feel about ourselves and how this is not inherently a sexy time of year because we wake up on January 2nd, typically 10 pounds heavier, 5 to 10 pounds heavier. We wake up with like bad skin. We've been out, we've been partying, we've been shopping, we've been stressed. It's not an easy time of year. So, hopefully you guys can catch yourselves before it gets crazy. Hopefully you can put yourselves at the top of your list, do whatever you need to do to feel confident and thereby feel sexy. It's important. It can't go to the bottom of your list. I had that happen one year. I was so consumed with having what I thought was a magical holiday season, like textbook, kind of thing, a Norman Rockwell holiday season, that I totally ignored myself and Lumberjack in the process. And that first week of January was brutal. I woke up and I was like, what? It was horrible. We were emotionally apart. We were physically apart. I felt awful about myself. Sexy wasn't even in the realm anywhere. It was bad news. So I'm never letting that happen again. And in my recent blog post, that's a mouthful, isn't it? Blog post. I talked about some very specific ways that you can, amp up your sexiness and connect with your partner this holiday season. And one of those ways is with very creative toys. I love me some sex toys, right? Okay, so one of the toys I talked about in that blog post, and if you haven't read it, read it, flirtygirlguide.com under the Flirty Girl Talk section. Check it out. So one of the toys that I talk about in that post and use a lot in my life and sell a lot, quite frankly, is this. It's called the We Vibe, okay? And it's marketed as a couples vibrator. which means that you both get to enjoy it. And you're saying, like, that looks like a weird wishbone or something, and I guess it does. But so this is how this works, okay? Inside, outside. It goes inside you. Don't freak out. Try to stay with me here. Okay, so this section, see this one? This long, flat one, it's got a flat side here. This section here is ribbed. This vibrates. This goes inside of your vagina. Pop it in there. Lube it up, put it in. This part, this bigger part, comes up and round and goes on top of your clit. Now, what happens is these both vibe, okay? This is vibrating your clit. This sort of hits your G-spot. If you have one, jury's out on that. But technically, it vibes and massages your G-spot on the inside. Now, here's the crazy part that you might have to get him used to. He slides in. This is inside of you, like this. He slides in underneath, okay? So he's going to come in like this. And every time he's going in and out, it's going to vibe on his shaft while he's coming in and out. No, you're going to be like, that all fits? Yes, it all fits. Big, small, it's all going to fit. And he doesn't know it yet, but he loves it. I know that's like my phrase. I should trademark that. But the vibing on his shaft feels so good for him. He will not care that he is sharing space on the inside. Okay, so on its own, super cool couples toy. I don't use it all the time because it's kind of intense, but it's really fun to whip out on a date night or like something like that. It's a fun toy that you can use together. But here's where it gets really cool. This toy is, you can control it manually, so you can like press a button and it'll go on, it'll buzz, same intensity level here and the same intensity level here. However, you can also control it via an app on your phone. It's crazy. These tech geeks are like, want to be in on the sex, so they like figure out a way to do it. It's so awesome. Can you imagine being in that meeting? Like, I think we should have our toys controlled by apps. Anyway, so you have an app on your phone, and what that means is that you can control this remotely. That's like a big idea, guys. It's so cool. So I recommend this for clients like whose husbands travel a lot or who themselves travel a lot. Like I take this on business trips all the time. I'll put it on, and then Lumberjack can sort of get me off from 3,000 miles away on his phone. I mean, that is so, how cool is that? Sometimes it's just, that's hot, right? Like, oh my God, it's so cool. So what I was talking about with the holidays is, yeah, maybe you guys are apart. Maybe, you know, he's spending the holidays with his family and you're spending the holidays at your family, and you still want to stay connected. Awesome way to do this. Another really cool thing is like you could put this on, run upstairs, say that you're lying down for a nap, and, you know, your partner can be downstairs in the kitchen talking to his uncle and getting you off from his phone. I mean, there's just like endless possibilities. It's so fun. It's so cool. If you guys are looking for a gift idea for your husband for the holidays that you want to be a little bit racy, this is awesome. With the We Vibe, I think this one is the 4 Plus. That's the app controlled one. I sell them. Let me know. I'll send you one. I ship, or, you know, buy it somewhere else. They're not cheap, but totally fun and effective. And just the app, the possibilities, there's so much. I mean, I really like the idea that you're gonna like go lie down and he's downstairs getting you off. It's a ton of fun. And then you can just like use it all the time. It's great. We Vibe. It's the #1 selling couples vibrator in the world, and there's a reason, because it works. You know, another thing that you could do with this is see how it opens like that? You could, while you're giving a blowjob, if you're interested in giving him a Hummer but not having to do the work yourself, guys, we're gonna have to have a whole conversation about blowjobs. But here's another way to do it: is you could wrap this around his shaft and it will buzz him while you're working on the head. That's an easy way to make your life easier. So holidays are here. It's a crazy time of year. Hope feeling sexy is on your list, because it needs to be, and the We Vibe 4 Plus. It's awesome. Happy holidays, y'all. Talk to you soon. Bye. Mwah.